What did I just see? What did I just see? Oh my God. Hey everyone, it's Jess. Please don't mind the mess behind me. As some of you guys already know, like I said in my last video, I am packing up so I can go ahead and move back home to Chicago. So that is what's going on back here. However, I just finished watching the season 2 premiere of Insecure, and what did I just see? What did I just see? Oh my God. Okay, so I knew they were gonna have to start us off with something. They were gonna have to give us something as far as like Lawrence and Issa, like where their relationship is. We knew coming out of season 1 that it was gonna be like a hard journey for Issa to get Lawrence back if that was what she wanted. Of course, we know that she wants Lawrence back because we know from last season that she realized that she made a huge mistake after she slept with Daniel. But when Lawrence found out, she tried everything she could to like let him know that he is the guy for her. He was having none of it. So we start season 2 with we find out that Issa is still working there. We got y'all. Molly is now in therapy, and like in the last episode of season 1, Lawrence is still fucking Tasha the Chase hoe. Now let's talk about this. Okay, I knew coming into season 2 that Lawrence and Issa were gonna be like basically two different people, two separate people from who we saw in the beginning of season 1. I knew that. However, I didn't think that Lawrence would still be fucking Tasha the Chase hoe. And Lawrence's friend, I can't think of his name right now, even said like, you're fucking this girl and you think that it's all cool. You're staying over there for the weekend, but you don't take her out on dates. And then we see later on in the episode that he's taking her out on dates. So I don't know if Lawrence is really serious about this girl, or if Lawrence is so used to being in a relationship that he'll do anything to feel somewhat normal or to get over Issa. I honestly, personally, just like last season, I didn't think that Lawrence was really that into her. Like, yeah, she had a great body and everything. She was probably good for a smash, but hearing his friends say it, that you only go over there to smash, you don't really take her out on dates. And he still also has like this whole thing with Issa and the apartment and his bills, not picking them up, or even like rerouting the address. You can easily get a P.O. box. I live in Los Angeles. It's very easy to get a P.O. box here. You can reroute your mail there until you get to your own place, because it's been months. So yeah, something's going on. But it took his friend telling him like, look, this is the situation that made Lawrence like look and see like, yo, okay, I guess I need to take this girl out on a date, because we clearly see them on their first date. Tasha is playing it cool, like I'm just gonna go along for the ride because she knows what a good man Lawrence is, but I don't think she realizes that he is not 100% over his ex yet. And honestly, I mean, I know talking about it, I'm supposed to just be neutral, but I cannot wait for all of this to blow up in her face. She came at this man last season knowing that he had a girlfriend that he had been with for a long time. She came at him at his job. I do not respect the woman who does that. So I am not here for Lawrence and Tasha the Chase hoe. I will never be team them. I'm always gonna be team Issa and Lawrence. Now, Issa still has a lot of things that she needs to figure out as far as like herself, her friendships, her job, Lawrence, like all these different things, starting off with the fact that she still is lying. She's lying to her friends, and it upset me. Okay, I was very excited that Issa was like, you know what? I'm happy. I'm feeling good. Let's have like a little get together or whatever. Let's have a wind down, as she said. And I see her getting ready in the mirror in the next scene, and it's like, okay, like who's gonna be missing those titties? Oh, Lawrence. So it's clear that she's using this as, you know, I guess like the background of like, it's clear that she's using this party to come across to Lawrence like she hasn't been thinking about him, when bitch, all you've been doing is thinking about him. You should just be honest. Just be honest. Stop lying. Lying got you into the situation. Why can't she see this? Why can't she see that she needs to stop doing this? Okay. You lost your man, girl, last season because of this. Learn from this. Lawrence does not show up to the party to get his bills or whatever type of bullshit he needed from the apartment that he could have gotten months ago, or sent a friend, like, because I think they have mutual friends. No, they don't have mutual friends, but he could have easily sent a friend or a friend's girlfriend, or the friend that he's staying with, his fiance. He could have sent the girl over to the apartment like, hey, can you please go get my stuff because I don't want to get it. He could have easily done any of that stuff, but he waited and waited and waited for months, and then of course he shows up. He doesn't show up at the party, but he does show up to get his stuff kind of after Issa had this huge party, and of course she's heartbroken because he's not going to show up, and she reveals to all her friends, or she reveals to Kelly and to Molly that Lawrence was supposed to show up. Oh no, she just reveals that to Molly, not to Kelly, because Kelly was too busy trying to flirt with some young dudes who ended up ruining Issa's party, but whatever. Honestly, let me just say this. Issa did this same shit last season with Molly when she talked Molly into going to that what was it? It was some type of like party or something like that. Some open mic. She invited Molly to go to that open mic knowing that Daniel was gonna be there. Molly was upset that last season when she realized that, and she should have been upset this season. And it happened episode 1 last season. I don't get that. I'm sorry. I don't lie to my friends, so I don't understand how, or maybe they're just used to Issa being the type of person who lies about certain situations, or who uses certain situations to cover up other situations or other issues or something like that. Because honestly, if I could have been at home in bed chilling, not around people, not in high heel shoes or anything like that, I honestly would be like, yo, like, bitch, you did this so you can have support when Lawrence comes, or you can like have like this facade that like you're living your life like it's golden when you're really not. You're still pining over him. Like, and I'm surprised that Molly didn't say after all of her therapy sessions, like, bitch, like, stop lying to me, like, stop. But whatever. Lawrence comes back after the party, not on the same day, like maybe a few days later. Issa probably had like a really bad day at work or whatever, and she's like struggling to clean up this apartment, which I'm kind of like, girl, how could you go to sleep in a dirty apartment? But I guess when you're there by yourself and there's no one to say like, hey, can you clean up, or there's really no reason for you to do that because it's just you can clean up until it's time for you to have company. The place is a mess. It's still a mess after Kelly invited these guys up to the apartment, and those guys knew Thug Yoda, and then Thug Yoda's friends, I don't know, set a fire, or a fire happened. I'm not quite sure how the fire happened. I might have to watch the episode again, but yeah, Thug Yoda and his crew, and you see Thug Yoda and he's still not using C words. He's putting B's where they shouldn't be. He tells Kelly, you beaut and thick, like you beaut. You beaut. Yo, Thug Yoda will always have a place in my heart. But anyway, back to Lawrence and Issa. So Lawrence shows up, and Issa is cleaning up in her drawers like I do, whatever, but I don't have a boyfriend or an ex-boyfriend to come over when I'm in my panty drawers. So Issa goes to the door when Lawrence knocks, and it's kind of like hesitant to open up the door, because what I think it is she's not in the setting that she wants to be in. The apartment looks a mess. She's not even dressed, and she probably looks a mess, and she's probably like really stressed out from her day at work. She was trying to be there for the kids at this high school that she's been working at, she's been newly assigned, and the kids just come in and just snatch everything. So she's defeated, and he knocks on the door. She doesn't want to answer. Then she finally answers. She's there in the drawers, and he is looking good. We all know that Lawrence is good looking. He's dreamy, he's tall, he has those big nice lips, whatever. But yeah, so he claims that he wants to get his mail. He goes get, she hands him his mail. Then he claims like, oh, I have some stuff in the bathroom. And he goes into the bathroom, gets whatever it is he needs, and then he's like, okay, I'm about to go. She's about to walk him out. They share like a little moment together. And before you know it, they're fucking on the couch. Should I say fucking on the couch? Whatever, I'm gonna say they were fucking on the couch. And it was a quickie. It was clearly something that Lawrence had been wanting to do, because we could tell, like, when he's with Tasha, when he's with his friends, even last season when he was at work, he was at the club with his friends, he was with the stripper. He could have hooked up with the stripper but didn't. He called Issa instead. He said that he missed her, and I honestly feel like that is true. He really does miss Issa. He just does not know how to react to the fact that she cheated on him. That's honestly what I believe. And this right here was, okay, do we still have that connection? Do we still have that passion? And yes, it's still there. They still have that crazy chemistry. But after he was finished, he got up and said, I gotta go. And for a moment, right before he said, I have to go, for a moment, I honestly felt like he was gonna like just go to the bedroom and just stay in the bedroom. But before he said he had to go, he washed his hands. Honestly, I felt like he was just gonna go to the bedroom and then just stay there, but he didn't stay there. He washed his hand and he said he had to go. I don't know how the whole season is gonna play out now, because at first I felt like that part probably would have happened in the last episode of the season, and then the third season would be Issa trying to figure out where they are. But now I see, nah, like your typical like will they won't they hook up type thing. Okay, no, we know they hooked up, but the whole thing is now, are they gonna be together at the end of the season, or will the end of the season set up for them being together in the third season? I'm hoping that they, of course, I'm team Issa and Lawrence. Issa and Lawrence all the way. I don't want Lauren to end up with Chaser the Chase Hoe. She doesn't even, I don't even want to say her name right. Tasha the Chase Hoe. Ugh, I hate her. I don't even want to say her name right. She's a beautiful girl, but whatever. She was a hoe. Ugh. I really don't like Tasha the Chase Hoe. And I hate that it's that actress, because I think that she's beautiful. I wish it was like an actress that I found like unattractive. So like I can hate her even more. But like, oh, don't be with her. Be with Issa. But she's so beautiful. Yeah, so I'm super excited for this. And I cannot wait for the next episode. Let me know if you guys like this review. I honestly didn't even think that I was going to do this, but I wanted to get in front of this camera so bad and say something. So, yeah, I know it might be all over the place. Next time, I promise it'll be a little bit more structured. But honestly, I did not even think that I was going to do a review. But, yeah, so, insecure. It's making me really insecure about my thoughts right now, because I thought I knew how this was gonna end, but it didn't end that way. Oh, and then shout out to Dustin Ross. And I know I am not the only one who stood up and applauded when I saw Dustin Ross on the screen. I was so happy that he showed up within like the first like 3 minutes of the show. I was I love me some Dustin Ross. Seriously. I stood up, I applauded, I took my tank top off, and I waved it around my head like a helicopter. I love me some Dustin Ross. I love him. He is a beautiful mess, and I love him. He is such a mess. Anyway, yes, so thank you for watching, and I'll come at you again next Sunday with another review of Insecure. Bye.